I invite you guys to go on a guided meditation and a light language activation with me. So settle in and just allow whatever comes through to come through. Take a deep breath. Allow yourself to become centered in your being. Open up your receptivity to your higher self and your spirit guides and any other entities that you work with. I like to actually state these things aloud in my mind as a form of self-hypnosis. I open myself to my higher self. I open myself to my spirit guides. I invite my guardian angels to stand and watch over me while I lower my defenses and allow myself to deeply connect and surrender to my higher self. I'm feeling some resistance coming up in terms of sharing this intimate experience. So let's go ahead and work through that resistance. I surrender myself to my higher self and to my spirit guides. I lower my defenses and barriers and allow any and all modifications, changes to my experience, my perceptions, my way of being, anything and everything. Because in this sacred space I am safe and I surrender to my higher self in perfect love and perfect trust. They entrusted me with the most sacred thing they have, their experience itself, that when this form ceases to be, is going to be returned to the collective as a shared memory, a shared experience. And so I'm feeling into the sacredness of that duty of safeguarding this experience. That's why self-love is so important, because it's a deeply intimate act to entrust incarnation to you, to me, to surrender themselves, control to us as we move through this life. And so there's some amount of sacredness in our mission and duty here to not only love ourselves, but to love others and honor and cherish the experience itself. As one of the greatest gifts we can give back to divinity, back to source consciousness, back to unity consciousness, is by safeguarding and cherishing this experience, by celebrating having an experience, by feeling into the energies of what it means to return your experience back to unity consciousness as a gift that you're giving everyone else to savor and sample by remembering, since we're all the same. We're all connected. We're all one. And all of us are shards of the divine, living out our own individual unique dreams. In that act of creation and moving through life, we are creating. Living our life is an act of creation, and returning it to unity consciousness is like finishing a movie, finishing a video game, finishing some form of creation that you're putting out into the world for others to witness, for source consciousness to witness, to experience, to cherish, to feel. And so taking care of ourselves is important, as is enriching the experience of others. Understanding that their experience too is going to be returned to source consciousness eventually and savored. And so the greatest gift we can do for divinity and for source consciousness is to just be awesome and to create an awesome life and to enrich the lives of others with awesomeness. So once again, I return to calling out to all the different aspects of me that are in highest vibration and highest alignment, and for my highest good, and for my greatest service to the all. I breathe in that energy and draw that high vibrational essence into my now experience. I call in my highest timeline. I call in my highest expression. I call in those vibrations, and I allow them to settle in my body. And I allow that vibration to become like a tuning fork that entrains another tuning fork. I allow it to be a magnet to pull up my energies, to raise them higher and higher and higher as I sit and contemplate and hold space for my highest expression for my highest vibration. Deeply surrendering to that essence and allowing it to be enticing, allowing it to be seductive, allowing myself to be called to it. Now I'm being called to bring through some light language. Dia toku sien sien na he sia ho ku hunla na ne ta. Bu kulu sola ne kata sien de na kali ne na hala. Bu kulu sien de na na hai to ko hule sien da na na hari. Tata sia tata no. Ye toko no no sien nene nahai kono no no suele ala sien dire kanaja. I invite you to form a relationship with your higher self, to speak to them in your spirit guides, just like you would speak to a normal person, to see them as another incarnate experience. Maybe not one you can understand because it's incarnate in spirit at the moment, but like a separate entity that you can talk to, so that you can hold prayer moments and offer up your troubles and your everything that's going on in your life. Start developing intimacy with your higher self and your spirit guides. Form a one-on-one relationship while also holding the space that even as you otherize your higher self and your spirit guides and your guardian angels, all of them are you. We're all connected, we're all one, we're all shards of divinity, dreaming. And so hold that paradox. my spirit guides are inviting me to invite you to create intimacy with life, create intimacy with yourself. And deepen that intimacy. Deepen that intimacy through discovery and play, and by being curious, and by going deeper, surrendering to the flow, and allowing yourself to be carried away on it, into it, into life, into yourself, into your higher self, into the divine. So that you can get to know it from all the different aspects and all the different angles and all the different perspectives, and see it more and more clearly in all the different ways that you can. You think of your life as the universe creating intimacy with itself. All of creation incarnating in all the different perspectives that can possibly be, to see itself, to experience itself, to deepen intimacy with itself, to fall in love with itself over and over and over again. Yeah. Uto sia nana hai ia u Mieto Ieto sien nai Nietatahi Nyokosu Kunamehe I Nahai Siata Nanahar Niatano Ush Siam Botonia Ai Kudosi Tononohu Muranasa Miononosala Yetananai Pulonasien Tananai Nonono Mia Talalasien Nananai Minanalasian Tananai Sia Moloho Shiananai Molo sia nanahai nanarasi kananaha Pololasian nanaha Muhalasian nanahai. Thank you all for listening and for going through this journey with me, and I hope it connects and resonates with you. Once again, thank you. And I wish much light and love towards all of you. Farewell.